gonna try to. Did y'all
Great.
hear that? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, we will record this. I'll edit it, post it to my channel, and then I'll post the link on my story and have y'all all send it out to the 2030 group chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh wait, what's y'all's name? What's the name of y'all's group chat? Because I know ours was the one I'm in was Pretty Girls Go to Spelman.
There's so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ours is just Spelman Sisters 30.
Oh,
that's
Pretty
ours.
basic.
I'm not in that one.
I'm only in that one.
Oh,
I don't have the other one.
There's like a couple of them. Like there's Pretty Girls Go to Spelman. There's Spelman
Instagram max is at
2930.
like 250 people.
There's like Spelman Sisters. Yeah, there's like so many group chats.
Yeah, it is.
Honestly.
I remember when everybody was like sending those links. I was like, guys,
just wait till you guys get in your dorm group chats too.
The dorm group chats, the major group chats.
There's
they're all
I don't know. I get enough notifications. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. There's probably too many psych majors to do a psych group chat.
Health science majors too.
Oh, do you want to go to research day together?
I'm already going. Volunteering.
Oh. I was gonna volunteer, but then I canceled it because it was after volunteer hours were due.
If you guys feel comfortable enough, please turn on your cameras so that we can all connect with each other. If not,
yes. And feel free to unmute yourselves until we start. Y'all, I see y'all in the chat. Y'all can unmute and answer us. Y'all don't have to answer in chat. Like, this is very much gonna be like a conversation. Like, this is not like a school Zoom or anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, I know how y'all feel though, because when they had the Zooms last year,
I didn't turn on my camera.
Y'all don't gotta be professional though.
Oh, I didn't get to go to. I don't know why I didn't go to that. Why didn't I go to that? I think I just missed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, have y'all picked out y'all's housing yet?
Yes,
they did.
Okay, wait.
We'll talk about it later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about.
Wait, I had a question about that, but I can ask it later.
Right now before we get started.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So like, I got into honors later because like I appealed, and I picked my room. I don't have a roommate because like I asked the group chat and everybody seemed to already like have a roommate or picked a single. So like, how would that work? Like, do you think they'll like move more people off the wait list and like then I'll potentially have a roommate, or like I don't know.
Yes, probably. Check.
Go first.
Oh, sorry.
No, you can go.
Oh, I was gonna say probably, like most likely, yes, you're gonna have a roommate. There's not enough housing on campus unless you purposefully get a single to have a single. I would just keep checking the housing portal every few days or so, and wait until a roommate's contact information shows up, and then you should be able to contact and reach out to your roommate through text, because their number will be listed in the housing portal.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
For the people who are just joining, if you guys feel comfortable, please turn on your cameras. If not, completely fine. And the question on the table is, how's everybody's day going? Feel free to unmute yourself.
Yeah. This is just going to be a very it's a sister talk, you know. I don't know how I feel about calling myself a big sister yet, because I still feel like a freshman myself.
We're old.
We are old, oh my gosh. But yes, this is just us, because I know I would have loved my incoming freshman year to have somebody to just in person ask questions to, and just soothe any worries or concerns that I have coming to Spelman. So yeah, that's what we are here for. We are here to answer. At the end of this, we'll give you guys our contact information. Feel free to reach out with anything that you need, even if it seems like the most ridiculous question ever. Feel free to ask, like literally. Are you showing? Oh, okay. I just thought. I know, I don't mind, so.
Okay, we're gonna get started right now. Okay. Can everybody see my screen? Okay, cool. So, welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining. This is really exciting. This was a small brewing plan, but obviously it's coming to fruition. So we're so excited to have you guys here, answer any questions, like Amani said, that you might have. And so we're going to do our introductions, learn a little bit about your hosts, a little bit about Spelman life, and then Q&A, which is obviously why you guys join. And then we're going to give our contact information at the end so that you guys can stay in contact with us up until you come here, and then even after. If you need anything, we're here for you. So we're going to start with our introductions. Amani?
Hi. So if you don't know my face, my name is Amani Battle. I am a psychology major from Houston, Texas, minoring in political science and sociology. And I'm the one who kind of started all this. It started with a YouTube video that me and Chris made on my YouTube channel about a month or two ago. Just talking about our first year at Spelman. We had an incoming freshman reach out and talk to us and wanted to hear a little bit more about our experience. And so, yeah. And so that's how this all started. And Chris was like, let's open it up to all of 2030. And I was like, I bet. And so that's how this all started. I'm going to give it over to Kiara.
Okay, guys, my name is Kiara Powell. I'm a first year health science major on the pre-nursing track from Burlington, New Jersey. And I have my own page called Kiara's Application Corner. So that's where like I give like a lot of advice to people who are going to college in general from your grade, but like really just anybody, but a lot of Spelman people reach out to me personally too. So like if you guys have any questions, you can go look that up. If you type in Kiara's Application Corner or XOXO Kiara, it's somewhere around there basically. But yeah, I feel like I like to like just give back to like you guys and like to try to help you guys and like give you guys advice and stuff. So if there's any questions that you guys have like throughout this or like after this, feel free to reach out to me or on my TikTok. That's Harai H. That's my name backwards basically too. So yeah.
And then because of all the work that Kiara does with Kiara's Application Corner, I reached out to her. So my name is Kristen Hicks, a first year literature, media, and writing major on the pre-law track from Los Angeles, California. And so, like Amani said, we did a YouTube channel, wanted to talk to the class of 2030, especially because you guys just got admitted, which you guys should be very, very proud of yourselves because you guys did something that, you know, every year people fight to get admitted, get into Spelman. So it's a struggle every year, but you guys did it. So congratulations. And we'll be your big sisters for the evening. And then notable mention, all of these pictures are from our NSO week, so from fall. So, you know, I don't know if you see any changes, but you know, yeah.
I think I look the same, honestly.
So just like we just did, that was our Spelman introduction. So we're gonna have you guys practice your Spelman introduction, so that everybody can get familiar with themselves, kind of get off mute, get the conversation going. So your Spelman introduction is your name, your classification, which all of you guys are going to be first years, your major, minor, and your concentration. If you know that, if you don't, you could just skip that part.
And say
Or
undecided.
something that you might want to major in. It's up to you. And then your hometown, so your city and your state. So basically, it looks like, hi, my name is Kristen Hicks, a first year literature, media, writing major on the pre-law track from Los Angeles, California. And then for the sake of conversation, you're going to add a little fun fact about yourself. It could be what dorm you're staying in. It could be something that you're excited to see at Spelman, something you're excited to experience, something that you're currently doing right now. It's completely up to you. So anybody can go first.
This is Editing Amani here. I am cutting out the part where the girls share their Spelman intro because it's their first and last names and where they live, and I don't want that information to be public. So, protecting the privacy of all the girls who are on the call, this part of the call is being cut out.
Okay. If not, we're going to go ahead and move on to the slideshow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
Yep. Let's go ahead. Let's get going.
So we're gonna talk a little bit about like our student life, like things that it took for us to get here, kind of like what our application looked like to get here, clubs that we're a part of, dorm life, orgs, everything like that. Everything you want to know.
Ignore me. I'm getting
Kiara,
a cold.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, y'all.
Kiara, you want to go first?
Sure. Okay. So I already gave my Spelman intro. I'm from New Jersey. I went to a trade school, technical school-ish. So it's like I didn't really have like that much like APs and stuff. So I didn't really have like that experience coming in. But like I got in and well, I guess if you guys I guess follow what I do or whatever. I got in with a Dean DeWitt scholarship if anybody has that or if any juniors have any questions about what I can give you about what I believe it took it like I did to get that. Um, I'm in Abby. I love Abby. I really do. The only thing I don't like is how like Abby like nothing on this campus is really any more than like 5 minutes away from anywhere else. But just Abby's like that 5 minutes away. Whenever all the other dorms are like probably like three-ish from like the main things here. So that's the only thing, like only like con, and I guess not the elevator, but that doesn't affect me that much, only because I'm on the first floor. But I know that's like a problem for people who are on higher floors. But besides that, I really like Abby. Like our rooms are very modern. Our bathroom. Oh my, it's like literally like it's amazing. Like it's
So
I
think of a
really love our
hotel.
bathroom.
And
That's
that's
literally
That's
Abby's
Abby.
Yeah,
bathroom.
honestly. I would say it's even better than that. Like our bathroom is really good. If I want a video, I could really show a video. Like I really love our bathrooms. So, um yeah, I'm in like a lot of clubs here. I'm in C100. You have to get inducted into that. So if you have any questions about that, you can ask me about that. I'm an NCNW. I'm a SGA intern. So I was on the elections committee for this past SGA election season. Um
Kiara, do you mind telling us the acronyms? I know a lot of people
yeah,
might
oh
be.
yes. C100 stands for Collegiate 100. So if you know the 100 Black Men chapter, it's like the collegiate version of that. NCNW stands for Negro.
National Collegiate.
There we
National
go. National
Council.
Collegiate of Negro Women.
Yes, yes.
Yes. National Collegiate of Negro Women, NTNW. SGA, Student Government Association. So elections committee for that. So I work with like the elections and like people who are running and stuff like that. I'm also in MAPS, that's Minority Association of Pre-Medical Students. So if there's any health science majors interested in that, just let me know because that's also something you have to apply to get to. That's one thing here you have to apply and get into basically like majority, if not every club. So that's something that they like really stand on here for you to like work on your application skills. Because like when you're here, you're gonna have to be applying to internships, you're gonna be applying to like a lot of things outside of school. So like to apply to all the clubs and stuff and hopefully get in. That's like how they're like training you to do that. So I'm in pre-nursing, obviously, because I'm a pre-nursing major. But I would say that's like my main clubs. I'm really like more so involved in like the Student Government Association, MAPS Minority Association of Pre-Medical Students. There's also Health Careers Club and Health Careers Program, but those are kind of like automatic things that you're in once if you're doing like health related stuff. So, um, yeah. While we're here, you're supposed to like apply to internships and stuff. I'm just gonna give you my whole rundown while I'm here. You're supposed to apply to internships and stuff. So I'm doing a spring research internship at Moore School of Medicine right now, and then during the summer I'll be doing uh it's in well I don't know if it's gonna be available for you guys next year, but a program called SHIP that's in UT Houston. So I'll be like working with like students from like all over, and we're gonna be like dorming at Rice, just like free housing and food and stuff like that. So if you're interested in like
Girl,
how to
I'm interested in that one because I live in Houston.
well, then let me know, y'all. I'm open to help anybody. I'm not really that much. I don't really like do the gatekeeping type of business. So just let me know, because like that's what I'm saying. I think. Well, I didn't get there yet, but I think taking
Sisterhood.
initiative is very important and stuff like that. So it's like I was like, okay, when I came here, I want to have like an internship every semester. That is not realistic, by the way. It is not. But like that's just like how like in tune with like college I was at the time. Like I was just overly into like everything. I can't lie. So I had what I'm still doing it now, a fall internship. That's Youth Advisory Council, but that's like me helping with like education and stuff with the Jobs for Future program. Um yeah, sisterhood. I would say the sisterhood is pretty good here, but obviously everyone has its problems and little situations or whatever. So I would say like come here with like a great mind, but like don't like be overly trusting or like be like um I don't know, don't really get too attached to people very early. I would say that. We everybody you guys are all gonna get your Morehouse brothers. I have my Morehouse brother. We are really cool. We don't talk that much, but we are really cool. But you also have your adopted Morehouse brothers. So just people who you just meet at the side of the road. And by the side of the road, I mean like Morehouse bookstore, because that's probably where you're
That
gonna
is
be
the
at all
side of
day.
the
So
road.
Yes.
Yeah.
no, that and it literally is the side of the road.
We just
So
pick them up.
because like NSO week, if you guys have been here, like Morehouse bookstore is like right like in front of like the gate ish. So everybody was there like every night talking and whatnot. So you can just meet your future brothers there. So like I have like my adopted brothers, like people who like I go to and stuff like that. We are supposed to have I don't even remember what it was called because we didn't even have it.
Olive
The thing
branch.
with yes, Olive Branch, yes. That's where we all go, like Morale students, Spelman students, and Clark students. We didn't have that this year. So I'm not gonna say because of that, but I don't really know that much Clark people, I cannot lie. So there's that. But I would say my biggest advice for you guys coming in, or even you guys who are juniors right now, is to like really take initiative and really like sit down and make a list of like what you want to do when you came here. Like I made a list of what I want to do when I came here, and I was like, okay, I need to. You have to go out your way a lot here, so like nothing's gonna be like handed to you. Like, and when they say networking is key, as
Mm-hmm.
bad as it is to say, what I've realized since I've been here is that you can really have like good merit and like be qualified for a lot of stuff. But it's like a lot of things here are really about like who you know, and like you will realize that very early. So definitely like make your connections with people who are doing things that you may see yourself doing and stuff like that. So really like take initiative. That's what I would say. Is take initiative, put yourself out there. You have to go out your way for a lot of things. So it's like let me give you an example. Okay, so I have the spring internship I have now, right? That wasn't really like public information, but like I saw somebody who did it last year, and I was like, okay, I want to make it my deal to do this. So then, yeah, I went over to Tomorrow School of Medicine whenever they were hosting a symposium. I did my little stalking research on LinkedIn and Google and all that. Found people who was the head of the program, emailed them, was like, hey, I want to meet with you guys. See what I did? I met with them, and then I kept up with them like every couple weeks I will like send them an email about, hey, I'm interested in this him. And my thing is that's the biggest thing I would say here is what I did this year is to annoy people. Like this when you think you're annoying them by sending them a bunch of emails, don't even stop. 'Cause they genuinely like that here. Like they really do. Like they like when people are like really into stuff and like really show initiative. So that's why I would tell like people who are talking to for like financial aid if you're still trying to get like an appeal or something. Just keep on annoying the financial department so they know your name. Like that's the biggest thing. Like this not a big school. It's not a big school. But like if they know your name, it will help you no matter what. So that's why I would say really like be very what's the word that people call me?
Persistent.
Persistent. There we go. Very persistent about anything that you feel as though you want to do or will help you inside your career. So um, that can be a short little spiel for now, so you guys can ask questions before I have to go. So does anybody have any questions about that? Unless you guys want to go first.
Oh no.
No,
We'll
yeah.
let you go.
Okay.
So yeah, we don't run you
I
over.
actually have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on the pre-med track, but like at my school, I do a lot of like research. I'm really into that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like does Spelman like have like a lab that I could like conduct my own research? Because I wouldn't really need anyone to help me because it's like something that I've been doing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess like to get introduced to like the equipment and like I guess maybe I would need like an advisor or something, but is there like a
Mm-hmm.
way to like conduct research at Spelman like during the school year?
I would say from my knowledge, there's an undergraduate research training program like in the health department, but there isn't really any labs where students can do their own research here at Spelman. So that's what I would say. Like, if you like want to like DM me after, like make your like connections or whatever at Morehouse School of Medicine because they have a lab that you can use. You'll have to be like under somebody, of course, like have a mentor and whatnot. But what's the name? That's where you can actually do like lab work. I don't think that would be like very feasible here. Is
Okay,
there?
thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Can
Um,
you a question?
you can ask your question.
So, kind of like what she was talking about, but like the research and stuff like that. Like, how do you like how have you found it to find like research opportunities or just things like that at Spelman? Like whether it's on the campus or like anywhere else.
So at least for in my opinion, when I came here, they really like beat it into our head, okay. You should try to get an internship your freshman year. You should like overly try to like get involved in stuff. So they would send stuff to your email a lot. Like you get a lot of emails while you're here about like internship scholarships, whatever's going on campus. There's always like a million one emails. So I would definitely say be sure to like actively check your emails a lot. And it really just comes up to you. Like for me, I'm like a LinkedIn warrior. That's like so it depends if you're interested, if you're not into that. I would definitely say download LinkedIn, that's for sure. But I basically before I got here, I followed like everybody, not everybody, but like a lot of people who go here right now. So I will be able to like see what they did into the past. Like, okay, what internship did they do last summer? So now I put that on my list of things that I'm gonna want to apply to. So that's a lot. That's just how I found like most of my stuff. The one I'm doing now, they like since we got here been telling us about this one. So that's really how I knew about. Well, I knew about that before, but that's how I really like got like really like involved in trying to learn more about it. But I would definitely say if you download LinkedIn, you make your account, you type in Spellman, and you like honestly, at this point, follow everybody who's class of 2028 or class of 2029. Like, you'll be able to just go through their profiles and, like, see. Like, that's something that I did. Like I said, it's, like, very, like, you have to be very persistent about it. Because I, like, like, before I came here, like, July, I spent, like, a lot of my days really just stalking people on LinkedIn. And as crazy as that sounds, like, you'll be able, like, to see more things, get, like exposure to, like, what you think you may want to do when you get here. Because, like, everybody's posting, like, oh, their recap of what they did this semester, and then you can see like, I want to do that my first semester and like stuff like that. So I would definitely say like if you guys don't have LinkedIn, download LinkedIn and like I said, that's how I found a lot of mine. I would just say like go look at people's profiles and see what they did in the past and see what like interests you.
Yeah. I think I seen
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
I really don't want to get your name wrong.
It's okay. It's Nyana. Thank you
Nayana.
though.
Okay, thank you, Brittany.
So I had a question about your scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
So I've received the same scholarship and I wanted to know how did you pay like the gap for like your room and board? Did you
Mm-hmm.
use like external scholarships or are you on like a payment plan if you don't mind sharing that?
I would say I had external scholarships and like the whatever the remaining amount was like at least for me it wasn't that much, so it was like I just like did like a payment plan for that. But I would definitely say like if you can like get a good couple of scholarships, like it should like be able to cover most of it. Because like I said, it's you're not gonna have like a lot of big situations why people can't come to the school or why they like may drop out early or something like that is because they can't meet like the deadline that Spelman has. Like they have like a deadline in like July. Oh, you have to pay $16,000 by July or whatever, before you come here. If they haven't told you guys that, keep that in mind. I don't know if it's 16,000 for because it might go up, who knows? But it's like some amount of money you have to pay in like July before, or like you can't come here. Like a lot of students in our grade at least, like wasn't able to pay that, so they weren't able to come to Spelman like very, very last minute. So I would definitely be aware of that, so you don't end up in that situation. Well, not you, but like anybody who's on this call. But what I'm basically coming to say is like how they have that deadline, you wouldn't have that deadline because you already have the tuition paid for. So that like definitely helps. Like you'll never be on like the verge of leaving. You'll be on like not the verge. You'll never be on the verge of not being able to come to school and like learn. It would just possibly be like a housing problem. But if you're able to like cover that with a payment plan or like your scholarships, and that wouldn't be that much of an issue. But if you want to like talk more about it offline, you could definitely like, DM me or something.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Samaya, if I pronounce that right.
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it.
Okay, perfect.
But I had a quick question. How would you say your bond with your professors are? Would you say that they're very helpful, that you can go to them confidently, and that they're pretty helpful throughout college?
Um, I would say yeah. I made it like because it's like okay, I knew I wanted to like go look for internships, and they beat this in our head too, like make a relationship with your professors because like I didn't want to use any high school people for any of my recommendations. Not saying you should only make a bond with them because of that, but that's definitely like a plus. So, I went to like a lot of their office hours. I would say like my how I went about it was like. I went like after every test to like go over my test with them and like while I was doing that it like made them see that like okay I actually cared about my grades. Like I'm gonna like want to know like how I could fix this in the future. And then you get the chance to like really talk to them while you're there. So I would definitely say that a lot of professors here are very helpful. I know some of them aren't, so it really just depends. That's why you go on Rate My Professor before you pick your classes. So you end up
Yes.
with a good teacher. But that's what, like I said, that's what I do. Like class is
And
gonna
never
be
be afraid to switch your classes. I
yeah.
switched out of a class after day one, and
Hmm.
I
Because
found a
you
new
know,
professor. And she was
y'all are
great.
seniors now, so y'all should know how to be
Yeah.
able to tell if a teacher is
And don't think
what you
that like
need, what you
just
want.
because it's Spelman, like all the teachers are top, you know? Some of
They're
them
not.
are.
Yeah, some
And then some of them are arguably the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You just have to make that discretion. And I feel like
Mhm.
changing your classes here, like in college, is a lot easier than high school. All you got to do is go on banner, 2 seconds,
Press
you in a
remove.
different class that fits into your schedule. Never be afraid to change your schedule before you get to that during the ad drop period, because you want to have a professor that you're going to be able to build a relationship with and who's going to help you succeed and help you pass their class, not one that's actively working against you, you know, and that you're going to be clashing with.
So yeah, if y'all are taking notes, I would definitely say rate my professor should be on the notes, because if you get like a bad teacher, like that can affect your grade and that can affect your GPA, and you don't want to check your GPA. That's what I'm gonna say. But
Especially your
for
first
the
year.
most part, yeah, especially your first year. So that's why I said I made sure like all my teachers were like not bad, so I was able to make a relationship with them and like talk to them and stuff like that. So I would say it's like it's pretty easy. A lot of them want to help, and like I said, basically every like authority figure here, like professor, department chair, all of them, they really like when students take initiative and be like very persistent. So I would say as long as you guys like really like instill that in you from now, then you'll be okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I guess I'll go next.
Any more questions?
Yeah, any more
PR
questions
specifically? Because she has to leave early, so.
Yes, I do.
Yep.
Like right now, unfortunately. But if there are any questions, let me
Here,
put
I
it
can
in
skip
chat.
to the end.
Yeah, to skip to our contact info. Yeah.
Here's her contact info if anybody's interested. And please
Yes.
DM her with any more questions that you have. Her application Instagram I think is linked in your bio of your
Yeah, it is linked in my bio. So if you want to DM me there, you can. If you want to DM me on xoxo.qr, you can. If you want to go on my TikTok and DM me there, you can. People do all three. So it wouldn't really matter. And like don't feel the need to be like professional or anything. Yeah, I'm very down to
No, the
earth.
same thing. Like, please
Yes,
reach out to
yes.
us. Like, and just like you
We're
can,
sisters.
yeah, just text us. It
Mhm.
doesn't have to be formatted like an email. Like, it can literally
Mhm.
be about the most. If you're lost on the first day of class, text. Like, genuinely,
Like
whatever.
this, just like anything, because like I said, we're here to help you, and like we got to like pour into you guys how people pour into us last year. So
Yes.
it's like whatever you guys need, just feel free to reach out with any questions, no matter how dumb you think it may sound. A question is
It
question. So
is. And there are many questions.
Yes.
So, yeah.
yeah.
And then I think it was Lillian who's from Houston. Am I right?
Yes, I am.
Yes, girl, definitely reach out to me, especially this
Yes,
summer.
I already screenshotted this, so
Yay, because we do a ton of events in Houston over the summer with
really.
our pre-alumni council. And so I will definitely be seeing you before you get to campus because I'm
Okay,
planning
yes.
up to all of them.
Yeah,
And if you want to meet up for like coffee or anything, like girl, yes, reach out to
I would
me.
love that because I went to this like HBCU fair and the Houston people were there and they said they had like an alumni event
Yes.
that's coming up. So I'll
Yes.
see you there. And I would love to get coffee or like we could go to a bookstore or something.
Yes, we could definitely hang out. Like definitely, yes.
Okay, yes. I'll DM you.
Okay, I guess I will go next and talk a little.
Thank you so much, Kiara.
Oh
Oh,
yes,
bye
thank you so much,
guys. But
Kiara.
like, yes, you're welcome. You're
No, I
welcome.
get overzealous, and Chris is definitely the. This is why Chris is on this call to keep me in check and be polite, guys.
Very
Because
excited.
I get very excited, and I just go off. Like, okay, so a
Mhm.
little bit about my financial life. I'll just go down the same list that Kiara went down. So financial aid. I not for lack of trying did not receive any scholarships. However, I do have. I use, and I'm being very transparent because I feel like transparency is how we learn from each other. I know money, it definitely becomes a little bit of like a taboo topic, and I think we need to destigmatize that when it comes to talking about how we pay for college, because my family is not paying out of pocket. My mom is the only one supporting both me and my twin brother through college. My twin brother goes to Sam Houston and in Texas, and so she's paying for two kids in college at the same time. So we do use the Parent Plus loan. So that means that my mom, she's taking on the loan for my first 2 years of college, and once we get to my last 2 years, I was fortunate enough to find a very great financial opportunity that I won't really go into on here. I know I just said no gatekeeping, but it is a little bit like on the personal side. So I no longer have to necessarily be stressing about college. However, I do say that if you need financial help when it comes to college, because this like the opportunity that I came into literally fell out of the sky and literally was a grace from God. Like I like literally. And so I would say reach out to Kiara, be applying to those scholarships, always be looking. And Spelman does do a good job of sending out scholarship applications. Apply to them. Make sure that your GPA is good, because Spelman does give out money, but only if you are able to prove that you can handle the course for work, and that you're going to make it through all 4 years in good academic standing. Okay, dorms. I am in Manly Omega Nu. So is anybody on here in Manly?
Great.
Great. That's fabulous. I love that for y'all. So Manly isn't bad. It's historic.
Manly is better than HH. I'll say it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. If you're gonna choose one, choose Manly.
But they're both.
Yeah, they're basically the same. Manly and HH are basically, they're like sister dorms pretty much. They have a lot of the similar layouts, and they're right next door to each other. Manly, I think one of the biggest perks of Manly is that we are closest to the gate. So when I'm door dashing, I'm Ubering, all I got to do is like walk around the corner and I'm to the gate outside of campus. We're right across from the caf and from the bookstore and the mailroom, and it's pretty central to all your classes. I love it. Manly is pretty much similar to HH, so what I'm talking about does apply if you're staying in HH as well. We do have communal bathrooms and no AC and no elevators, but you know, it's cozy.
Right.
It's cozy. So yeah, that's enough about the dorm. Okay. Oh, dorm essentials and that stuff. Did anybody have any dorm essential questions? I saw that on the slideshow, or I'm on the Google form. Okay, dorm essentials. If you are living in HH in Manly, that one box fan is not gonna save you. You need. Okay, me and my roommate ended up having 7 fans in the Oh, Afia, what's your question real quick?
Oh, I was gonna ask, like, what's the like no fridge situation like?
Okay, so you can only have a fridge for medical reasons, and even then it's like a small fridge, so you have to. I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody's honking their car outside. Okay, so for fridges, you have to have medical accommodations for a small personal fridge. That's about it. Nobody can have microwaves in their dorms unless you are in the suites, and that doesn't apply to anybody here. For the older dorms, it's because any microwaves or fridges will blow the circuits because the dorm is super old. So there is like a big reason as to why you can't have those. But yes, so that's the fridge situation. However, don't be alarmed, because you do have communal fridges for each floor. So each floor has a fridge, and I mean, you're not going to be putting all your week's worth of fridge-based groceries in there, but it is enough to keep some leftovers, maybe some ice cream during the hot day, summer months, and maybe a cold drink that you want to get the next morning. I would recommend, I know my friend has a Brita filter that I use for water, because there's not that much space in the fridge, but if you and your roommate or your floor wants to get a Brita that everybody agrees to fill up, then you can do that. And so that's kind of the floor fridge situation. So no personal fridges unless medical accommodations for medication specifically.
Okay,
Are you
thank
allowed
you.
ice machines? We are.
So allowed.
That's a great
It's a
question.
fine line.
It's like, are you allowed an air fryer?
The air fryer.
I don't
Who
know.
would do that?
Hey, that's like asking why somebody is running a hair shop out of the dorm.
Yes.
Yes.
So she got it. Thank you.
Yes.
Allowed.
I would say make
Allowed.
sure it's small enough that it fits in an ottoman.
They do dorm checks.
They do dorm checks.
But you also need risers for your bed. Get the 8 inches. So that
Get the tallest ones you can, and please make sure you get a good mattress topper, or you're gonna be like me and my roommate with hip and back problems 3 months into school. My hip still hurts to this day because I did not get the right mattress topper. The mattresses aren't bad, it's a dorm.
They're bad.
It's gonna be, whatever school you go to, it's gonna be how often are room checks? They're once a semester, right?
No.
Twice a semester? I don't know. I was half asleep. My RA knocked on my door and was like, room check. And I'm like, okay. We didn't have any contraband, so, it was fine.
I would say expect one every time you come back from a break. I'll just put it like that.
Yes.
So maybe like quarterly, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they're not bad. They literally walk in and they do a quick look around and walk right back
Yes.
out.
It's things that they can like visually see. So
Yeah.
please make sure like you refer to the handbook, community living learning guide. I don't remember what it's called, but it's called something like that. The handbook to see like what you can and can't have, obviously, but they can't go through your things.
Yeah.
So also keep that in mind. If your closet door is closed, can't go through your closet.
But if your closet door is open.
Yeah. You want to finish?
Yeah. Okay, so organizational involvement. So I'm not like Kiara. I'm definitely not in like I definitely props to her because I don't know how she gets all that done. I am in, what am I in? I'm in SUJ. I'm a general body member for SUJ, Spelmanites United for Justice. I do go to a few Unlocked Minds events, and they work with the criminal, with women who are in the incarceral system in Georgia, and they spend time talking with them and doing a lot of activism work for them. I go to a few of their events. I'm a part of So Psyched, the psychology club here on campus. I'm also a part of Knittens, and these are all general body positions. Knittens is the crochet and knitting club on campus. Am I in anything else? I'm trying to think. But I am working on, I mentioned earlier, I'm working on a book club, setting up a book club next semester. Because, you really want those leadership positions while on campus. And it's not hard, but it does take a lot of work to get onto boards or executive boards, which is the president, vice president boards of these clubs. And so after a few applications, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make my own e-board. So that is what I'm working on right now. I feel like if you have an idea, definitely go for it. If you see something that campus is lacking, then you add to it because that's part of why you're here. You're here to bring new ideas to campus, and you're here to bring a fresh view and eyes and bring new life to Spelman. So that is what I am doing and what I'm working on. I want to say that's it. Yes. So those are my organizational involvements. I'm not currently on any e-boards because I want to focus on research. I'm currently applying to a few internships for this summer and looking into internship opportunities this summer. I really want to work in advocacy and psychology, specifically forensic psychology. So I think I'm going to be working with the Houston Health Department this summer, pending. But yes, the sisterhood, I definitely do feel the sisterhood on campus. It was one of the things that made me fall in love with Spelman in the first place. When I went on so my story of how I applied to Spelman was originally I wasn't going to, actually. Crazy enough. I applied to two colleges my senior year of high school. I first applied to Sam Houston State University in Texas, and I was going to go there. My mom went there, my twin is going there, and I was like, I want to go to Sam. Well, halfway, like really close to Christmas, my senior year, I saw some alum come back to my high school and they went to Sam, and I was just like, you know what? I think I want to shoot higher. I think I want to do more. So I was like, I looked at my chances of getting into Spelman with one of those like percentage predictor things, and it said that I had a pretty good chance of getting in. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to apply to Spelman. So I applied in February. I went on my first tour of Spelman, and I fell in love. My tour guides, I still talk to one of them today. Turns out our moms actually work together, which we didn't know at the time. But her name is Ava, and they just made me fall in love with the campus. I saw just the infrastructure, the beauty of Spelman, and I was like, I want to go there. It was one thing my tour guide said. She was like, Spelman women don't walk on the grass because Spelman women don't cut corners, and that made me just fall in love because I knew that I wanted to push myself to be the best version of myself that I could, and I knew that Spelman was going to push me to do that. My sisters pushed me to do that. Anytime that I doubt myself, I look at my sisters and I look at what they're doing, and I'm reminded that I'm not the only one going through I'm not the only one going through that in the moment, and that I'm able to have a connection with them, and that helps me get through the day. So yes, I do feel the sisterhood. My sisters definitely, they do support me. Although I will say the people who don't who say that they don't see the sisterhood at Spelman, I think it's not something that falls into your lap. You can't come to campus and be in your dorm and not talk to anybody and expect to see and feel the sisterhood. You have to put yourself out there. You have to socialize. You have to go outside and talk to people and get to know them and really invest into them, because you're a sister too. So you have to support your sisters in the same way that you want them to support you as well. And I think that is a very important thing to remember. So for my AUC family, I have a fantastic Morehouse brother. You will soon, if you get the chance to meet him when you get here, you will understand why I say I have a fantastic Morehouse brother. People very commonly say when I'm like, oh yeah, that's my Morehouse brother, they're like, oh my gosh, you literally, like, you hit the jackpot when it comes to Morehouse brothers. Because my Morehouse brother's name, his name is Mantavius LeBron Presley. I will put his full legal name on here because he doesn't mind. And let me tell you, that is a man who knows everybody and their mom. Cause one day I was like, how do you know our CAF workers? You don't even go to school here. He was over here talking with our Starbucks workers in the line, getting free drinks from them. Like, he is Mr. Social Butterfly to the max. And so, yes, I have a really great Morehouse brother. I don't personally know anybody from Clark. I know an incoming freshman from Clark, but because they canceled Olive Branch, I don't personally know anybody from Clark. However, hopefully you guys will get to have Olive Branch and meet your Clark cousins and get to know them. Or heck, while you're at the library, you'll be able to bump into any of them and talk to them a little bit. So yeah, does anybody have any questions for me?
We can take questions after.
Oh, after, yes. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
go ahead.
Afia, go ahead. Ask the question, yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering, like, how often do you guys use the library, or do you guys use like other spaces on campus more
Ooh,
to
I
study?
mean, I definitely, okay, finals and midterms, definitely, you will definitely go at least once or twice, but you're not going to be able to find a spot. There's a ton of people there. But we just go, I mean, me and my friends went a few weeks ago to go study for a little bit, but I study, it's what works best for you. I study best in my dorm, so I study by myself with my headphones on in my dorm. Some people, they find that they study best around people, so they'll go to the library or to Upper Manly. There are a lot of places on campus to study. The library is somewhere where you go where you have about 20 assignments to get through and you need to lock in for about 5 hours of good, like, work is what I found.
Well, okay, for context, there are places to study on campus, but you have to find your own place to study on campus, if that makes sense. So, like, we don't have a library on campus, obviously. We share a library with our AUC family. So, on campus, you can use empty classrooms and, like, Giles or the Science Center. That's what a lot of people do. You can go to Upper or Lower Manly, but obviously there are a lot of people there because that's where the food spots are and people are passing through and things like that. A lot of people use the CIA building, the arts building, the one that just got built like on the outside. And they do have some study rooms in there, but I know you have to like reserve those rooms. So it really is what you make it. Also, for context, the library is a mile walk. Like, it's not close. You have to pass through all like you have to go all the way through Clark to go through the library.
Yeah.
So not saying that it's like super bad, but it is about like,
yeah.
Okay, when you're going to the library, you got to be intentional.
Yeah.
Also,
you pack a drink, a snack, and all your workbooks.
Some people sneak in food, like
I've walked in with Chick-fil-A before. They never stopped me.
Well, yeah. And then it's also called Club Woody for a reason.
Because
I personally would not recommend it for a lock-in. And if I am going there to lock in, I would rent a room.
Yes.
With my friends, and then we all know that we're locking in. But
even then, I know my friends play around, so I don't go to the library to study with them. Now, when they're like, "Hey, y'all want to go to the library?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I think I have like one assignment that I can like laze about." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll go with them." But if I actually have to lock in, I don't go to the library with my friends. That's an important what's the word? Discernment. You have to know. Is this a friend that I can lock in with, or is this a friend I can go party with? You gotta know the difference, because I know I love my friends to death, but I don't go study with them. They was playing around the entirety of finals in that library every time we went. Now they got their work done, but it wasn't at the library. Trust. Since we're on the social life, somebody had this was some of the questions put into this Google form. Somebody had asked about pageants pageants. So little overview about pageant. It is currently pageant season right now. They had asked if any of us were in pageants. None of us were in pageants this season. Usually pageant, actually no, I do know a freshman who's in a pageant right now. She won't tell anybody. She's being very secretive about it though.
As she should.
Yeah. So pageants are very fun. It's very fun to go to them. We're going to the Miss Spelman pageant tomorrow, actually. Yeah, it's just a fun season. There's literally a pageant for everything. I can't go into detail about every single pageant on campus because there's just like every single club has a pageant. So each one of the sororities have a pageant, each one of the fraternities have a pageant, all of the cultural clubs have a pageant. So African Student Association, Caribbean Student Association, oh, all of the dorms have a pageant.
So the dorm pageant, if anybody's interested, happens at the beginning of the year.
Yes.
And then all the rest of the pageants that she named, they currently are going on right now. So I would say if you're interested in joining a pageant, please make sure that you follow the org on Instagram.
Yes.
That's the first step.
Follow the org
on Instagram.
Pretty close
that's
to
how they're gonna post like applications open and stuff like that. But also I would say connect with people who are already in the org, or like people who you might have seen already run for pageants, to like ask them and like get those connections, because I feel like a lot of these pageants are by word of mouth.
Yes.
So like it's really about who you know. So
Yes.
I would definitely say connect with people who have run. If you can connect with obviously the person who won the pageant, but like first, second attended, even people who didn't win the pageant, I'm pretty sure they'll be happy to like share any information and things like that.
Yeah. And as Kiara said, it's very much who you know. So like connections are very important. Always stay talking to people. Always introduce yourself. You never know who you're gonna run into. Like connections really are like everything. Somebody had asked about how it was making friends on campus when I first got here. So I'm a social person. I'm an extrovert, if you can't tell. So what I did is I kind of just opened the room or my dorm room and I let people walk into my dorm. And I introduced myself, and that's how I found my friend group. And so then when we got our Morehouse brothers, they joined the friend group, and we just all kind of like some of our NSO groups like clash. Like you're gonna have an NSO group. Those people may or may not be your friends that you stick with throughout the year and the semester. It just depends. Like me and Chris, we met each other in our ADW class, and now we're no longer in that class, but we still hang out all the time. So it just kind of depends. You definitely do kind of have to put yourself out there. You know, like you're gonna stay friends with some people, not be friends with some others, like as the year progresses. But just put yourself out there, like go to club. And if you know that you're not the best at making friends, then go to club meetings, find people with similar interests. Like I think everybody. You remember, I think what helped me is that everybody else is new as well. Everybody else is new here. A lot of the girls here have never been to Georgia before. They've never been to Atlanta. Nobody's been a Spelmanite before until they got here. So take comfort in that you're not the only one who's new, especially with your new friend, with your class of 2030 sisters. So
I never gave my life. Okay, I'm gonna just make it really quick. I'm gonna make it really quick.
No, you take all the time you need. Take all the time you need.
So, I'm just like Amani. When I came here, I didn't have any financial aid. In high school, I basically ran the school. Like any club that you can mention, I was probably a part of it. Student body president, things like that. Salutatorian of my class, things like that. Applying to all these different scholarships, didn't get any of them. So, unfortunately, my parents are paying out of pocket in full. But Amani is right in terms of like people, or Spelman is good at sending scholarships and like things like that. But like you just really have to like take initiative and like show up to the financial aid office and things like that. Like making sure that you're, like we keep saying, making those connections and things like that. But also just be on the hunt. Like take initiative. Obviously there are a lot of scholarships out there. There's more money than you know out there. Everybody tells you this, but like look up your county or look up your city, look up type in your city and then type in scholarships right after that. Like every person has a scholarship, but also apply to all scholarships. Like even if it's not your major, even if it's not something that you're interested in, you're overqualified, you're underqualified, whatever, apply to the scholarships. Just apply. Dorms, I'm also in Manly first floor. I wouldn't have it any other way. There's no way I would stay on second floor or third floor with no elevators. Prayers to y'all. Manly first floor is the best. First floor of any dorm is the best. I'm not walking anywhere else.
Mind you, I'm on second floor.
No shade. And
that sounded like shade.
No, there's no shade. But definitely, be prepared for those stairs if you don't have an elevator. And sometimes the elevators break down. So those who are in LLC 1, it's not always guaranteed that you're going to have
It's really not that bad,
but
unless you're on 3rd floor.
Yes, unless you're on 3rd floor. But also consider moving. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. My move-in was easy because I'm on the 1st floor. It's just the steps to like the actual building, and then like you just walk down the hall and I'm right there. But when it comes to all the other like floors and like people with elevators and things like that, please make sure that you have a plan for move-in day. Move-in day was the most chaotic day of the whole entire year. I've never experienced chaos like that. So make sure that like you have a good amount of people with you. You have people who are actually going to want to like work and like lift things. All the heavy boxes that you might need lifted, make sure you have somebody to do that. Make sure you have everything organized. If you could pack everything in one car, that would be very helpful. If you need 2 cars, make sure that the 2 cars are in communication with each other. Make sure that you show up a little bit early for your check-in time, because they separate by check-in times. So like you might have like an hour for your check-in, and then that's when you like show up to campus. Making sure that you're showing up a little bit early, because I don't know if anybody's visited Spelman before, but the line was all the way down like past
Oh, it
School of
took us
Medicine.
like 30
It was
minutes to
horrible.
get onto campus. And if you can't
Yes.
fit everything into 2 cars, you got too much stuff.
Yes, that is very true. Also, do not pack your whole life. And that's me saying that. I'm from California. I'm the farthest away other than like out of the country. Don't pack your whole life, please. Make sure that you're like obviously bringing things that are going to like make your dorm feel like home and like things that you need, but making sure that you're packing like not everything.
Because remember, you have to move out.
Yes,
we
you have to
move out
and
now.
there are things that you're going to accumulate while you're here. So move out is going to be even worse if you're like accumulating all these items. Yeah, just make sure that you have a plan. Organization involvement, I'm kind of like Kiara in terms of like I was very involved with like e-boards and stuff like that. I'm gonna answer your question after. I was very involved with like e-boards, and I knew that I wanted to be like a part of e-boards. So I'm on Gross Who Leads Spelman chapter. I don't know if you've seen Cherie on TikTok. She's mainly on TikTok, but she runs an organization. She's a junior at Cornell, maybe a senior. And she runs this organization called Her Rising, which is basically like getting young girls into policy and things like that. And so one of the projects under Her Rising is called Girls Who Lead, and it does the exact same thing. But there are different college chapters, or there are different chapters on college campuses. So I'm a part of the Spelman chapter, founding board. This is our first year running. So I'm the director of communications and media for that. So basically, I'm gonna answer that after. Basically, if you go on GWL Spelman, all of that, that's me and my co-lead. We run the Instagram. So that's really cool. And really fun. And then I'm on the e-board for Spelman Knights United for Justice. I am the historian. So all the people taking all the pictures, any pictures that you see, I probably took them. I just
taking all my pictures.
Yes, that too. I just became an inductee for Alpha Lambda Delta, which is a first year honor society. So basically, if you accumulate a 3.5 GPA or above, you're inducted into Alpha Lambda Delta. It's not really like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's not really like, oh my God, you're a part of this like fraternity. Like, oh my gosh, it's
it's an honor society.
Yes, it's an honor society. It's something to add to your resume, something to add to your LinkedIn and things like that. But it's really cool. Something that you should strive for. And definitely like something that like you have benefits, you have perks, you can get discounts on things and stuff like that, travel discounts, movie ticket discounts, car rental discounts, they all there. So
really?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know all that.
Yeah. So definitely strive for that. If anybody has any questions about that, I can answer that after. And then I am a general body member for Black Girls Vote, which is an organization that works with like it's what it sounds like. It's an organization that works to like help voter efficacy and like things like that. And then over the summer, I'm going to be in Orlando, Florida. Somebody said they're from Orlando, so I will be probably close by. I'm going to be working at Disney World for the HBCU on the Yard summer program, so I'm going to be there the whole summer. And yeah, I'm a little bit excited about that. If anybody has any questions about that, I can answer questions about that too. When it comes to the sisterhood, I want to say the sisterhood is what you make it. So it's like any society or like any community, there are going to be people who are for you and there are going to be people who are not for you. I feel like Spelman, you're going to run into more people who are for you than who are against you, but there are definitely people who, it's not necessarily that they're fully against you, but I think they have their own personal interests at mind. So it is really who you surround yourself with. Obviously, you're not going to be friends with everybody, and you have to be okay with that. You could be cordial with a lot of people, but not everybody is your friend. You have to be okay with that. You can know a lot of people, but there's not a lot of people who you could actually call, and you have to be okay with that. So I feel like it is what you make it. You really make those connections. And I would say my biggest piece of advice with that is like be intentional with your connections. If you have somebody who you want to be friends with, reach out to them, making sure that you're like building those connections. Like Amani said, we were in an ADW class together, and then something happened with my registration. Spelman was Spelman, and they dropped all my classes, whatever. And so I ended up getting dropped from the class, but we still like were intentional with our friendship, and like we reached out to each other. Obviously, we're in the same dorm, so it's a little bit easier. Like she can just come down the stairs, but still, we were intentional with like, okay, let's hang out, let's go to the cab, let's do this, let's do that, whatever, whatever.
We
So
take each other to club events. We're just like, hey, you want to go to this event with me? Like,
yes. So making sure that you're intentional about that. Speaking of ADW, I'm gonna talk a little bit about that for a second. It's a requirement for all of you guys. All my thoughts and prayers. Please reach out whenever the stress gets too much for ADW, because trust me, I understand.
Y'all can have my notes.
It's for 2 semesters, and yeah, it's not that it's hard. It's just a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
So if anybody's taking AP African American Studies, it's the exact same thing, but just on a college level. So you're reading more, you're writing more, you're doing more things. And make sure that if you're taking notes, make sure that for ADW, you get your 4th credit hour done in enough time. Strive to like do your 4th credit hour like towards the beginning of each semester. Strive to do your 4th credit hour towards the beginning of the semester and not wait till the end. I'm currently going through that right now, so that's why I'm saying that.
I need 2 more.
I have a quick question about that.
Yes, go ahead.
What do you mean by like your 4th credit hour?
So for ADW, it's 4 credit hours when you like register for the class, but you only meet in person 3 hours, meaning that like you have to fulfill that 4th credit because 4 credits equals 4 hours. So you have to meet that like 4th credit.
You'll have
that
other
4th
classes that are the same
yes,
way.
that are the same way.
But usually it's sorry.
So basically, you have to go to like 4 events outside of campus that relate to ADW and that you can connect back to ADW, which is African diaspora in the world, in case anybody missed that. But you have to go to events outside of the classroom that relate to that, and then you have to write like summaries about how that event that you went to relates back to ADW, and you have to do 4 of those. And technically it's 8 in the whole year, but it's separated by semesters. So it's for your first semester and then it's for your second semester. Yeah. So that's what I mean by 4th credit hour.
It's just hopefully a lot of time because sometimes you'll have like the event will be 2 hours and then you have to spend like maybe 30 minutes to an hour writing the reflection. Whose question did you want to answer? And then I'm gonna
answer Alexis's question. Did y'all get the exact rooms? Yes. I got the exact room that I registered for because I don't know if it was the same for y'all because I know they updated the portal thing. But I clicked my room, like I picked the exact room that I wanted to, and then my roommate picked after me. So I did random roommate, and she picked after me, and yeah, that's how it worked.
Jordan.
What's her name? Jordan. Yes.
Oh, hi everyone. Okay, so I already mentioned that I'm living in HH, but I was wondering if I could fit a little mini couch in there. Is it like big enough for that?
No.
Oh no.
No. Girl, no.
Maybe an ottoman. I have an ottoman in my room.
But you can do an ottoman, you cannot do
maybe a beanbag.
Okay, because I was on TikTok and it looked like huge, but I was like, I don't know if this is accurate. Like,
send me that video.
Yeah,
I can tell you.
What video was that? Cause
yeah. Okay, well, I'll link it in the chat.
Yeah, just send it to me and I can tell you.
Nyana,
thank you. We're gonna remember. We're gonna remember.
Okay, so I have a lot of questions. You know, it was accumulating while you guys were talking.
No problem. No problem. Girl.
Okay, so first, while ADW is still fresh, how was the course load at Spelman just in general? Because I'm going to be, like I said, a math major in the dual degree engineering program. So I already know that in itself is a lot. So how do you guys think the course load is, you know, with your major?
I'm going to pray for you Because dual degree, I have somebody
Oh.
chemistry. Not to scare you, but I am
not
gonna be
not scaring you, but
I have somebody who's chemistry dual degree engineering. Ugh, bless her heart, Tara. Bless her
yeah.
heart.
But I think she's handling it well.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like for me, I just changed my major. I was political science, so if you guys have any questions about that, I can answer that because I was just political science. But as of right now, it's pretty light. It depends on how many credits you come in with. So for me, I didn't really come in with that many credits. I did take a couple AP classes, did take one dual degree class, which I can't get my credits for because I don't know how to log in. But other than that, I didn't come in with any credits. So, you okay? Okay.
I'm good.
So when it comes to that, like my first 2 years are mainly like filling in my GEDs and things like that. So the course load isn't necessarily hard. I just, some of the classes I'm obviously not interested in. So I would definitely say like right now, start to plan out your freshman year schedule, like classes that you already want to take. Any bio majors on here, I'm going to be praying for you if y'all can get into bio. I've tried for 2 semesters. I'm not able to get into bio because all the bio majors are trying to get in. So there are certain classes that are going to fill up obviously more than others. But yeah, so as of right now, my classes aren't hard. It's just some classes I'm obviously not interested in because of my major. So right now I'm taking computer science because it's a requirement. I don't know computer science. I don't like computer science. I need help with that. I don't know what a Python is, but we're figuring it out. So yeah, and it's just about staying organized to finish the answer to that question.
Time management.
Yeah, time management.
Also, while you're on the topic of scheduling, I'm sorry, guys. Like, I'm gonna just
No, you're good.
my questions are just coming off the top of my head. Okay, so I know that you schedule your classes during NSO week. So how does that like process work?
Ooh,
they're gonna assign you, from what I remember, they're gonna assign you an advisor based on your major, and so you're in during your NSO agenda. There's gonna be time for you to meet with your advisor, like it's a requirement that you go, and then your advisor is gonna like hopefully tell you the classes that you're supposed to take, because some of the advisors are not that good here, unfortunately. So that's why I would definitely say like reach out to your upperclassmen who are your major, because your advisors are sometimes not the most helpful. And like I literally just went to my advisor about changing my major. I changed it last week, and my advisor was like, well, it wasn't even my advisor, but it was a lady who was in there, and she was like, well, it's whatever you want to do, like whatever you feel like is best. I'm asking you for help. Anyway, so yeah, you're gonna meet with your advisor, and then your advisor is gonna like hopefully tell you like the classes that you're supposed to take. Also look at the course sequence schedule because it'll break it down like your classes that you're supposed to take every single year, based on your major.
And you can just Google it, like type in Spelman course sequence booklet, and you'll find it. And there's a ledger for by major and by minor.
Yeah.
And go ahead and take notes, write that down for which courses you want to take.
And make sure you know which classes count for your certain requirements. Because like if you want to take bio, I don't know, 120 something, but it doesn't count for your natural science requirement, it's not gonna work. So make sure that you know what specific classes. And also we have something called degree works, which like marks off, like it shows you like,
but I don't think
if you're fulfilling yeah, you can't get into it until after like you register, but once you're like officially here, but like once you're officially here, make sure that you start your degree works tab and make sure you download the course sequence or you have it like favorited so that you can refer back to it, if that answered your question.
Yes. And then also, well, I have two new questions in addition to my other ones. Okay. So one, how do you like, I know like Instagram and stuff, but how would you say like is the best way to connect with people who are in your major? Because I feel like mine in particular is like, kind of hard to find people. And then also like, how do you guys like your elective classes? And like, I know you guys have to take like a wellness. So how do you guys like that?
I took my wellness credit, so I have one wellness credit done. I took it my first semester. I did dance because I was coming in from doing dance in high school, and I was like, let me just go ahead and do it before I get a little too stiff in the hips. So I went ahead and took that one. The wellness classes, if you're not a dance major, They're a little bit more difficult to get into, like as the lifting classes in the because they have very small numbers. So a lot of us have put it off until our junior and senior year. That's what our upperclassmen recommended was just to wait a little bit longer until you have priority registration as a senior and a junior, and you're more likely to get into those classes.
I'm taking walking and jogging next semester, so check in with me then, because I have no idea. I know it's at 10 a.m., so hopefully it's nice.
Rest in peace.
Answering your first question, how to connect with people who are in your major, LinkedIn. Going to set it up. It has to be done.
She's a LinkedIn warrior.
I
Reach
am,
out to her.
unfortunately, and coming here, I had my LinkedIn like set up, like I had the account made, but nothing on it. Oh my gosh. Please just set it up now. Go ahead and get that headshot done.
Yes,
If
get
you
your
need
headshot. Get
if
your
you
headshot.
need headshots when you come here, hit me up. I take pictures. It's on my Instagram. But make sure that you like set up your LinkedIn. Make sure that you have everything on there. I would say give it a little bit for like people in your specific class to like set up their LinkedIn so that you can connect with them, because I don't think everybody's on the same brainwave right now, and like they should have it done by September. Hopefully have it done by September. But when it comes to upperclassmen, LinkedIn, yeah, that's the best way I can say it. And then you asked another question in between, I think.
I don't remember, but I have some other ones, so no worries.
Go ahead.
Okay, so next, like school supplies. I know like you obviously don't need as much as you did in high school, but what are some things that you say that you use on a daily basis?
I know okay, so my math, it depends on what your professor wants. I didn't buy any of my school supplies until I've gone to all of my classes at least one time. My math professor, she loves physical papers. So I had to actually go buy like a hole puncher for her class, but it just depends of what your professor suggests. I know I liked being able to read my ADW papers on physically for a project, so I got a binder for that class. I do use colored pens, highlighters, but that's all for my math class because we do a lot of physical notes. Get you about 4 college ruled notebooks, because you'll what if you're an iPad warrior? I'm an iPad warrior. Trust. Actually have my iPad right here. Trust. But it depends on what your professor asks. My math professor, she doesn't like us using technology in her classes. It's a distraction. So I have to take physical notes and then transfer them digitally after class, which I just treat it as a form of studying. I don't see it as a loss because it gives me an extra opportunity to study. I think that, and then I have like sticky notes and that stuff, but that's about all of the school supplies that I have.
So I have none of that. For me, I just have one 5 subject notebook that I don't use, but like sometimes like you obviously need paper. For me, I obviously take all my notes like on Mac and things like that. So I'm gonna type my notes every single time. But if I really need to know something, or if I really want to remember something, it helps if I write it down. So that's why I have a 5 subject notebook. I have a couple pens, like I have a jar of pens, and then I have some sticky notes, and that's it. So it's mainly, a lot of your things are technology based,
Yeah.
just because like we obviously use Canvas and like things like that, but it doesn't hurt to have paper and like a pen if you need it, because like
always
sometimes
have, at least have
attendance
it.
sheet,
Yeah.
always have a pen in your backpack
And
or
a
in your
notebook.
purse
Just
or
carry
something
around
like that.
a folder. You'll never know when you get flyers and that stuff. Make sure you have a folder to just
I don't carry a folder, but yes,
Well,
you can.
You just don't have wrinkly papers, I guess.
I don't get papers.
Oh, well.
Yeah, but a lot of your stuff is digital, so yeah. But make sure you always have a pen with you, because some teachers don't like to use their Canvas.
Oh,
like
and a pencil
how
for
it's
test
intended.
for quizzes. Some
Yeah.
of your quizzes, especially if you're in math and STEM, you need
Yeah. And for math, hopefully you have a TI-84 already, or some
yes,
type of calculator.
you will need it.
But
Ooh,
you
I think
will
I need to
need that.
get mine away.
I have one, so it's fine. I'm gonna jump over to Alexis and then Christina.
Okay, so I have 2 questions. If you don't mind sharing, did you change from political science because of like something negative or?
Why did you change?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna say it depends on what you want to do. So if
Mhm.
you're taking political science just to like understand policy, and like you want to understand like frameworks and how people interact with law and stuff like that, keep your major.
Mhm.
If you're taking political science to hopefully go to law school, perhaps consider changing your major.
What
And the
if
only
it's
reason why I
both?
say that, huh?
What if it's both reasons?
Okay, the only reason why I'm encouraging a change is because our political science department is good, but
Mhm.
it's not the best, if that makes sense. So I think that, well, you don't have to be political science to go to law school.
Yeah.
So, first of all, that's like part of it. But also, like, some majors are going to set you up better in terms of like what you need to know for law school, and like you're going to have to read a lot, you're going to have to write a lot. So it's not necessarily that I changed it because like, oh, it's like super bad, like I hate the department, like don't do it, but because I'm kind of like in between like my career choice, so that's why I changed it. It gives me like more
Mhm.
flexibility. But in all transparency, come to find out, a lot of our political science majors here don't end up becoming like people in like law and things like that. They end up becoming teachers. So that's not to say that you're going to become a teacher, or like the pipeline is automatically like you're going to be a teacher if you do political science at
But
Spelman.
it sounds like the program is better to teach political science rather than
Yes.
Yeah.
apply political science.
Yes. But
Okay.
also consider the fact that like there are a lot of external opportunities. So like just because you're not political science doesn't mean you can't be pre-law, and it doesn't mean
Mhm.
that like you can't like engage with policy, because we're 10
Mhm.
minutes away from the Capitol. So you have the chance to go to the Capitol. We have Spelman Day every single year. I would definitely say register. Spelman on the Hill, you get to go to DC and like work with policy, make your own policy and things like that. Other organizations that have to do with like policy and things like that, Girls Who Lead, join it. We have to do a lot with policy, go to the Capitol and things like that. But also you can look up like external opportunities and stuff like that.
Okay, and then I also had another question. I think it was a money. You have a major and two minors, right?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I meant to say that. Go ahead, sorry.
Okay, so like with the political science thing, I was thinking of either doing a double major with psych, but I know like some of the coursework won't necessarily. So how is it having a major and two minors?
So I was actually debating the same thing. I was just
Yeah.
like Chris, and I actually was going to end up double majoring a few
Mm-hmm.
months ago. I kept going back and forth because I want to be a forensic psychologist, which is bridging the law with mental health. And so that made me debate if I wanted to double major in psychology and political science. But after talking to my advisor, she recommended that it would be less work on my shoulders to do a double minor instead. And because I'm going to go to grad school and major
Mm-hmm.
in political science in grad school, so that would give me the right setup on my applications for graduate school. So because double majoring is a lot of work, I know we have a the dual engineering program is built for you to be a double major. So I think that's why it's a little bit simpler, because it's built for you to finish in 4 years. When you go and personalize your major, when it comes to like mixing psychology and political science, I think that's where it gets a little bit more difficult, because like basically you're building that from scratch. It's not a preset path for you to kind of go on. So I would definitely try to double minor before you double major, especially if you're interested in being active in extracurriculars and other commitments, because double majoring is a huge commitment.
And I'm
Okay.
gonna say this too. The political science minor is the same thing as the major. Because for
Yeah.
all of our minors, you just take 5 classes towards like the actual like subject, and then
Mm-hmm.
like you're considered for the minor. But also remember that your minor doesn't go on your degree. So your minor is basically just you, like you know that you took that minor, and like you're taking classes that like are helping you shape like your career and like the information.
Okay.
But the political science minor is the same as the actual major. You're just taking 5 classes. So also keep that in mind.
Okay, so like because my like whole application was based around not necessarily political science major, but in relation to that, you don't think that would like affect my scholarship or anything? It's just like in terms of
Unless that's is if it's in your read through your scholarship requirements, because I have a friend
okay.
who got a scholarship for, now she's a dancer, she loves dance, dance is her life,
Mm-hmm.
but she's on scholarship for art history. So make sure that you check through, talk to the people who are in charge of your scholarship, make sure that it's not going to affect your scholarship at all to change your major.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Thank
also, I
you.
was the exact same as you. Like everything that I did coming here was very like political
Yeah.
science. Like I'm gonna go to law school and things like that. So just be open to change because things change all the time, and like you acquire new information. But
Yes.
we can definitely sidebar after about political.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Christina? Oh.
Should we circle back?
Oh, there we go.
Okay. But we still can't.
We can't hear you.
Am I heard?
Yes, we can hear you.
You're heard.
You're heard.
Why? Thank you. Okay, so I had a couple questions, especially for you, just because like you like are doing psychology and political science. So I just wanted to know like more about what you wanted to do with that political science minor. I kind of want to do something that I feel like might lead me toward political science minor, but I've been debating it. So I just want to know more about what like you're hoping to do with it.
So I plan on actually, it's actually funny because my ADW professor, every time I walk into class, she wants me to switch my major actually to political science because she's still trying to get me to do that.
Mhm.
But she wants me to really go into advocacy work because it is a passion of mine and I'm really passionate about social justice and civil justice as well. And so that's what I want to do with my political science degree is to learn more about how the government works in order to best help people through psychology. And I want a political science degree so that I know how to apply it into my research so that my research in political science can be applied to the law system and the judicial system as well. So that's specifically what I want that knowledge about. It's to further expand my horizons and my understanding. So psychology is the research, and then political science is to back it up with how our government works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to do something like similar. Like I kind of want to like just like go into like the mental health field just to
Yeah.
help more people get access to it, especially in like the Black community and stuff like that. Kind of like tackle some of those like treatment options. 'Cause I feel like it's not the same as if you bring it to like a very wealthy area, then like the same treatment method as someone else who's not experiencing those same kind of conditions. That's kind of what I want to. So I just want to hear more about that. So
Yes. So,
yeah.
oh, sorry.
No, you can talk.
I think I heard an echo. Okay, yes, that is exactly like what I want to do is because a lot of the times, so a forensic psychologist, they work to discern if somebody is fit to stand trial. And when it comes to Black professionals in professional spaces, a lot of the time there can be a cultural difference when deciding if somebody is mentally sound enough to stand trial, and there can be some disconnect in between that due to cultural differences. So that's what I want to help overcome is bringing more Black psychologists specifically into the forensic psychologist field. So yeah,
Okay.
that's a little bit more about my career path.
Okay. But yeah, I want to know like more about like the psychology department there
Ooh,
and stuff like that.
okay, so the psychology department, they actually have a lot of opportunities. They are very in touch with the student body, having open houses for everybody to kind of talk to the professors and talk to the leads in the psychology board. And then, of course, they have the undergraduate research program, which is a chance for you to conduct your own research as a freshman and as an underclassman. You do have to apply to get in, but it's a great opportunity, and they also provide a lot of support and resources. I think the psychology program here is great, especially because we have a very high percentage of psychology majors, and they all want to do different things. I have a friend who wants to go into social work. I have there's some people who want to go into neuropsychology and neurology. Some of the girls are pre-health or pre-med. It's just there's such a wide range of what you can do. But yes, I've only, as a freshman, you can only take one psychology course, so I can't really shed light on the entirety of the psychology program. But the one psychology professor that I had, she was absolutely amazing. She worked with the VA office, and so she worked with veterans. Retired veterans as a psychologist, and she was absolutely amazing, sharing case studies with us and her experience in being a psychologist, and really making us aware of the graduate school program and what it'll look like for us to apply for graduate school.
Yeah, so I know they said they want to apply to graduate school. I'm looking to be like on like the pre-med course with kind of what I'm doing. So, like, do you know anything about that? Like, just like how like Spelman helps like pre-med, like maybe with getting like clinical experience or anything like that, or like volunteering or stuff like that.
Volunteering and clinical health. I know. Yeah, are you? You are. Come talk about this because I don't know. I'm not pre-med.
This is Simone.
This is Simone. We're gonna tag in our friend.
She's our fourth roommate.
Hello.
She asked about like gaining clinical experience being like pre-med.
Okay, so it's more so you have to find like the pre-med experiences yourself, but they do like offer certain things depending on like the type of field you're going into. But I would say like it's mostly up to you to find it. But there's a lot of mentors on campus who like help with pre-med, so like you can talk to any kind of health science profession teacher, professor, and they'll be able to give you information for different things like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go sit back down.
Oh, okay, you can go sit back down. Okay, I hope that answered your question.
Yeah.
I can't remember what other minor you have, but how is it? Sociology. I have no clue. I haven't started on that track yet, so I really can't answer. I won't be able to start taking sociology classes until not until spring semester of my sophomore year. I'm gonna get it.
Nyana?
Nyana.
Yes.
Ah.
Okay.
I got you next time.
So I know that housing isn't guaranteed after your first year. So what are you guys' housing plans for next year? And do you guys find it also, well, actually, never mind. I shouldn't ask this question. So, yeah.
No, ask it.
Oh, I was gonna say, how are you guys gonna navigate like move out and stuff? But I mean, you guys haven't done it yet, so I guess you wouldn't really know.
Okay, so you're answering your first question. I got so extremely lucky, and I'm staying in the suites next year.
I got lucky too, and I'm also
not that lucky because I'm staying on the 7th floor, but lucky enough I'm staying in the suites. So with your second year housing, they separate it by like time slots where you pick your housing. So you guys for housing this year, it was just like, oh, it opens up on April 1st at 7 a.m. Everybody just go in and pick your housing. Next year for you guys, it's gonna be like you get your specific time, and in that 15-minute slot, you have time to like pick your housing. So basically, housing for the like upcoming years, it's very brutal. It's very ugly. It's very like it's not guaranteed, like you just said.
Yeah.
So
I got lucky and got 8 a.m. This past time, so I was free. I got the room that I wanted. I got the floor that I wanted. I got my roommates that I wanted. But that doesn't happen because I know somebody else who's same year as us, and she got like a 3 o'clock spot, and she ended up in the last dorm that she wanted. So
I'll just say like if you have a time that's after 12, you're not getting anything. I'll just put it like that. And if you have a time that's before 12, like it's kind of separated because people are going for a lot of different things. So a lot of different people want to be in Morehouse James. LOC2 is a really, 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 really good dorm. So a lot of people want to be in LOC2. A lot of people want to be in singles. So obviously those are going to fill up and things like that. So, yeah. And with the whole roommates, like as you guys know this year, like you don't get to like type in like, oh, I want this person as my roommate. Like you and your roommates have to sync up. So there's a lot of people who are like reserving rooms and like, oh, make sure that you don't go into like 306 or like whatever. So yes, it's a very like tedious process. When it comes to move out, as of right now, I have a godmother who lives in she lives in Mapleton, so she's about 30 minutes away. So that's how I'm planning to move out. I'm gonna keep all my stuff there over the summer. Some people are allegedly hiring movers. Some people are renting storage spaces, which I think is smart. There's a storage space, I think it's less than 10 minutes away from campus, where you can like store all your stuff. Some people are getting trunks, like big trunks, to like put all their stuff in versus like individual boxes. if you're out of state, obviously you're going to bring a suitcase if you're like flying. So make sure that you have all your suitcases with you so that you can utilize all of that.
Yes, because I have an aunt who lives about an hour away from campus, so that's where I'm keeping my stuff for the summer. If you have family in Georgia, I would definitely see about having your stuff left with them instead of paying for a storage unit over the summer. Um, oh, for
No, just
okay,
answer.
okay. And so yes, so that's how I'm dealing with my stuff over the summer because I'm from Texas. That's 12 hours away. It's not nobody from out of state is moving their stuff back home. Like I'm just packing like I'm going for vacation to go back home for the summer, and the rest of my stuff is gonna stay here.
Okay, thank you. And then also, Kristen,
Yes.
I had a question about your upcoming internship at Disney. So congratulations on that. And
Thank you.
how did you go about applying for that? And is it like specific to your major or is it open to all the majors?
So I was applying for internships over the summer when I was political science because, well, let me restart. I was applying for internships over the summer that align with political science when I was political science. So like CLBC, well, I didn't end up submitting that application, but CLBC, um Georgia Black Caucus, I think, has an internship, things back at home. So like all these like law internships. And one of them, like I had a connect and he like actually sent it to me and I didn't end up getting it. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe like law isn't really for me because I was already in like in between my majors and like things like that. So I just went on like a deep dive. I was like, I need something over the summer. Like I can't be one of those people who has nothing to post. Like LinkedIn, it'll get you right. So I was like, I can't be one of those people who has nothing to post for like the summer and things like that. So I was just on the search, and then it popped up, and I was like, okay, like I'm gonna just apply like on a whim. Like I don't think I'm gonna get it, and so I applied. Then I heard back from them that I got um a call back for an interview. It's like, oh, maybe I'm gonna be working at Disney over the summer. So it's like an hour-long interview, and like they're asking you like, oh, where do you want to work? Like, tell me about your leadership experience and things like that. We can sidebar more about like the actual interview later. And so I was like, it's not guaranteed, but like hopefully this is something that I get. I wasn't applying for any more internships because I was like, I don't really know what I want to like do. Like I don't want to get any rejections and like things like that. Like I don't know. It was just a lot for me. And so I ended up getting that one. And that's how I went about that. So, just to like tell you a little bit about it. It's about it's a lot of HBCU students. Well, that specific program is just all HBCU students, and then they have like a regular summer program, which is like students from everywhere. So basically, you go to the park in Florida and you live there for 3 months over the summer. So basically, I'm not going home over the summer. So I would definitely say like think about that when you're making your decision if you want to do that. Um, and you live on like their off campus, like on campus, off campus housing, which is kind of like dorm style. So like you could select your preferences if you want to share a room with somebody else, if you want 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, or if you want 4 bedrooms and 2 baths. So you get to kind of pick. It's kind of like suite style living. And I haven't found out what specific job I'm gonna be doing yet. So stay tuned about that. But there are obviously a lot of different jobs that like you can work in the park, and then that's combined with like obviously networking and like professional development and things like that. So yeah.
Hi, and thank you so much. Well, first up, I just want to start by saying, Amani, I literally watch your videos on YouTube, and I was not expecting to like see you in here, so this is really
No,
funny.
I literally saw your videos on TikTok.
Oh, that means
Like
the
in
world to
person.
me.
She's gonna cry.
So,
I'm gonna cry about this later.
um, but I guess I just wanted to ask you, like, as someone who might be coming in undecided, well, I guess it's kind of like a two-part question because both of you guys kind of seem like you're on a specific track or like you have an idea of what you want to do in the future. So if you're coming in undecided, do you feel like Spelman has a lot of opportunities for like exploring different options, and what are like a couple like opportunities that you've been offered through your programs? Like I know Kristen was just talking about her HBCU program or whatever and like all that stuff. So yeah, that's my question.
Ooh, okay. So yes, y'all, if you are like on the fence about your major, if you completely don't know what you want to do in life, it is okay. It is not the end of the world. Now, I will tell you, by the end of your freshman year, we need to have some kind of plan going, some kind of decision. But when your first year is really for you to figure things out and discover yourself, and you might find something like my roommate, she went on a trip to on a study abroad to where did she go? Barbados over spring break, and she was originally pre-med, and on that trip she was like, I don't think I'm going to be a pre-med anymore. So now she's looking in the process of switching her major and trying to figure out what she wants to do. But college is a chance for you to figure out what you want to do. And yes, Spelman does have a lot of opportunities. When you follow the major pages on Instagram, they all have events like Meet the Professor, and you get to talk to upperclassmen, see what their experiences are like. You'll meet a professor. You might meet a professor and be like, oh my gosh, I actually love what they're teaching and I want to do that. And you might change, and that's perfectly okay. Don't ever be afraid of coming in undecided, because at the end of the day, that's what college is here for. You're here to figure it out, and you will figure it out.
And
Thank
then
you so
as
much.
somebody who like technically just changed my major and like might be changing my career, I would
Yeah.
definitely say don't be afraid to, if that makes sense. Like when I first came in, like I applied to Spelman, and when I first like stepped foot, I was like, oh, I'm political science. Like, guys, I'm gonna make the choice to change the world. Like the whole thing. Like I'm going to law school. Like, oh my gosh. Now I'm literature, media, writing. Like I literally talk, guys. I talk so much mess about literature, media, writing. Now I'm one of their majors. Like it's insane. But like, don't be afraid. Sorry, don't be afraid to like change your major, and like don't be afraid to like align with your interests, if that makes sense. So being here, like obviously it's a self-discovery journey. That might sound cliche, but like it is. And so like you're gonna find things obviously that you enjoy, things that you don't like, and like things that you like still might be passionate about. So like learning how to like intersect those things, but like don't be afraid to like explore your interests and like do what you actually love. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I want to answer that question out loud.
um I can.
Oh, then never mind.
It's in the chat.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Um, did we answer your question though?
Yes, you guys did for sure. I was
Awesome.
like definitely really nervous about it, but like it's good to know that like Spelman has different options for career exploration.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you watched.
Christina, did you have another question?
Oh,
No?
okay, your hand's
Okay.
just up. Okay.
I was just checking.
Caleric, yes. Okay, guys, Caleric is actually the one who first reached out to us and started all of
Yes.
this. So we are, yes, go ahead and ask your question. Like, yes.
Okay, so my question is, you said a lot about LinkedIn. I got a LinkedIn. I made a LinkedIn. I tried to make some connections on LinkedIn. I don't think it's going too well for me, and I don't really know how to use that app. So, is there any suggestions?
Okay. I'm gonna just pull up my LinkedIn right now, and I could just show y'all. But I don't know. I would say even if like people aren't like responding back to like your connections and things like that, like still like keep sending connections, if that makes sense. So the whole point, LinkedIn is basically like a social Instagram, if that, I mean like a professional Instagram, if that makes sense. So like you want to make sure that like you're posting things and you're interacting with other people's posts, um but like you're doing it in like a consistent manner, if that makes sense. So even if it's like, oh, I just attended a talk that some famous person like came to like, or some old professor came to like give something like that, take a picture, post it. I would definitely say connect with like people who have graduated, but don't be afraid to connect with also people who like go to different schools, if that makes sense. So like Morehouse, Spelman, AUC, things like that. Yeah. Do you have any like specific like questions?
Um, I do have another question. So, I want to do applied physics and computer science, which are two course heavy things. And you said like minors. Is that good to minor in, or which one should be a minor?
I don't know a lot of STEM majors. Well, I do, but usually they're like bio or chem. Okay, that's gonna be a thing. We're gonna say LinkedIn to reach out to upperclassmen, try and find somebody who has what you want to do. Because off the top of my head, really, I have no clue what would be the best. But that's what your advisor is for. Hopefully, you get a good advisor, and they're able to kind of like push you in the right direction. Repeat what you wanted your major, your like what you were thinking about.
Applied physics and computer science.
Okay.
Jeez.
Those are two. uh,
I know a computer science major. I can actually call her right now. Hopefully she answers. What was the specific question? I'm sorry.
applied physics
Like
and
the course load?
science. If
Yeah.
Okay. And then I could talk about my LinkedIn while I do that. But it's kind of like about aesthetic, if that makes sense. So like make your LinkedIn personal to you. Have a good headshot. This is not my official headshot. It's just the one that I like. You can make yourself like a cute little banner, pull up Canva. Canva is essential.
Yeah.
I would say definitely in your like right here. This is like your, I forgot what it's called. It's not your bio. I think it might be your bio. I forgot what it's called. But like make sure you put your career first, if that makes sense. So that when people like are looking to connect with you, the first thing that they see is that like, oh, they have a goal, they have something that they're working towards, so that people who are in that profession or people who are doing that thing are more likely to connect with you. Then you could put your major and your minor and your college next. Ignore that, it's not updated, but yes. And then you could put your track, class of 2029, and then if you have any like scholarships, so I know somebody here is a DeWitt scholar, DeWitt Dean scholar, I think that's what it's called. You could put that here, or you could put that second. You could put your scholarship at Spelman College, but like make sure you're compounding. Like you don't need to separate Spelman College, if that makes sense. I would recommend that you put your hometown so that people who are still from your hometown pop up, instead of like putting Georgia, because you're gonna connect with people from Georgia just because of your school affiliation. You're about, it's kind of up to you what you want to put. You don't have to put it in the, what is this, first person, third person? Help me out.
Anybody in English major?
Help me out.
The person.
Third?
Yeah, third.
Okay. You don't have to put it, thank you. You don't have to put it in the third person because there are some people who don't like
don't look at mine. Mine is in third person.
This is one of my friends. She doesn't play about LinkedIn either. I don't think she put it in the third person. Yeah, she put a lot of like eyes and things like that. So it's up to you how you want to do it. If you want to make it more personalized, it really doesn't matter.
Wait, pull up mine. I just want to see mine.
Girl, you playing games? This is Amani's.
Yep. I really themed mine off of Chris's. Like, she's the reason why I went and revamped my LinkedIn, finally.
It's very essential. I'm not just like...
But I never post because I feel like I never have stuff to post on there.
You always have something to post. That's the thing
know,
about LinkedIn.
Like, what am I supposed to post? Like, my content
LinkedIn?
I post that on my Instagram.
Somebody had a question.
What do you even like do on LinkedIn? Cause
So,
like you were saying,
okay.
like I take a lady that's on LinkedIn. What do you do on LinkedIn?
It's professional.
So it's literally professional Instagram, literally. So like if you do something, so like okay, for example, right here, we just celebrated Founders Day yesterday. If you know, you know.
I'll
so
tomorrow
I took pictures and I posted. Oh, today we celebrated. Here are the pictures. Done. So like even though I didn't take those pictures yesterday, it was something really quick. Like everybody's gonna be posting about
do you
like
my LinkedIn post.
No. Everybody's gonna be like writing about like I don't know, like events that everybody has, if that makes sense. So when I got inducted to Alpha Lambda Delta, this was my post.
Thank you for the invite, Armani.
Make sure that you tag people in your posts too. Make sure that you repost other people's posts too, to like interact. So like I repost Spelman College's posts, things like that. When I first got the email, so like even just like small stuff. But to answer your question, what do you do? Post little things that like you do. If you go to a talk, post that you went to the talk, scroll for maybe like 10 minutes, like people's stuff, repost people who you're really close to stuff, and literally get off. Like it's not something that needs to be like super serious, like super like formal, if that makes sense. Just keep it like, you know, be on LinkedIn, but like LinkedIn doesn't have to be your life, if that makes sense. Your experience, make sure that this is updated. So the stuff that you put here, you can copy and paste on your resume. So it's the exact same thing. Make sure that you have 3 bullet points for everything. If you have any links that are associated, so this is a link to the actual post. Oh, it didn't. This is a link to the actual post, so make sure that you're utilizing that feature.
It didn't open a new tab. Go back.
Where did it go?
It didn't open a new tab. Go back.
Oh wait, where?
The back button.
Oh, sorry guys. Okay, my bad. That's my bad. And then I still have stuff from high school on here just because I am a first year. But after next year, time to take that
Yeah,
down. So
and I'm gonna be so sad when I gotta take that off because I work hard for those positions
it's
in
very
high
empty.
school.
Make sure you put your education. You keep this updated too. Yeah, honors.
You update your volunteering?
Yes,
Oh,
and
shoot,
your
all right.
volunteer hours. This hasn't been updated, but you do have to have 8 volunteer hours every semester. If nobody's told you
Get
that
those
already,
early. Don't wait
make
till
sure
the
that
last
you get
minute.
those done at the right time, and you log them through a site called Give Pulse, so you can copy that on here as well. Your skills. Make sure you're attaching the skills to your specific, like what they're actually attached to. You can put your courses. It's not required, but like it's helpful if like people
You
want to see
spend
what
too
you're
much
doing.
time on LinkedIn because what do you mean you have your courses linked on?
And your honors and your awards, guys. So like I would say my best advice is like spend a day, maybe watch the library, and like you can do all this and fill it out.
She a lot better than me, y'all. Mind you, not everybody's LinkedIn looks like this. This is Chris. This is
People's do. Like we can pull up Kiara's,
okay.
for
Okay.
example. Because she don't
Okay,
play.
Kiara has a business.
Yeah, so
Kiara
she
has
don't play. So like she has all the stuff that she talked about, incoming, like stuff that she's incoming. She got the goal, 500.
She got 500.
She actually has 900
Oh
something.
my gosh, you know my brother has 500 plus.
Yeah.
Like, that's LeBron. So yeah.
All your like certifications and things like that, you can put it in there.
I think it's
She used a lot of and like she wrote a lot. I wouldn't recommend, like, not saying that this is bad, but like I wouldn't recommend like writing that much.
Good.
Just like keep it brief. But if your personal statement looks like that, that's completely fine. She tagged a lot of stuff that like she's doing. She just posted about her induction. So cute.
That's cool.
Yes. You can comment on people's stuff. I would recommend doing that. Experience, education, her licenses. So if you have any licenses, definitely put it on there.
I need to get
Volunteering, skills, honors, things like that. So it kind of looks the same.
Her interest is Barack Obama.
Does anybody?
I love that.
No, she follows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions about LinkedIn so I can stop sharing the screen?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So I have like a LinkedIn, but the only thing I have is my profile picture and my name. So like, I know like, I mean, I am involved in stuff in high school now, but it's nothing like, I feel like nothing LinkedIn worthy. So is it okay if I go into college with a blank LinkedIn?
It is.
Yeah.
It is technically. I think that anything technically is LinkedIn worthy. And I'm not just saying that like just because, but like anything that you're doing is like important and like it tells a story. Because you obviously have to put it on your college application. So like it's telling a story about like what you're involved in, your specific interests and things like that. So it is okay if you come in with a blank LinkedIn, but like make sure that you're working to do things that fill it up. But
would you guys like if we did a video? Because I can do a video with Chris, and Chris will be leading it on how to set up a LinkedIn going into college.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I stalk her TikTok. I stalk her TikTok. Please post it on TikTok. Thank you.
Okay.
Caleric.
Okay, so my other question is I am a waitlist and I did email like the dean of admissions and my like specific one to my state. All I can do is cross my toes. And if y'all have any suggestions, because they said that I can like update like letter of continued interest, I did, but you know, if I can do two, let me know. If I can they said resume. Is there anything else like I can add like to really secure that?
I am not sure, to like completely answer your question. I'm not completely sure. I think that the best advice that I can give right now, and I'll definitely ask for you, is to like just show your passion behind Spelman. So it's like, I don't know, you kind of have to balance like why you're choosing Spelman, but specifically why Spelman should choose you, if that makes sense. So like you're seeking to like, it's so backwards, but like you're seeking to be validated, if that makes sense. Like you want Spelman to like see something in you that they're like, oh, we need her on our campus. So I'm not gonna say that it's impossible, and I think there have been stories of like people who have got in off the wait list, but I would definitely ask for you. I would definitely ask.
Because you also have to think about like there's going to be some girls who end up not committing. There's going to be some girls who unfortunately it happens every year, just like financial things happen, and so they're not going to be able to attend in the fall. So don't give up hope. Like don't give up hope. And at the end of the day, if it isn't this year, you can still transfer in your sophomore year. Remember that. That like it is never too late. Trust. Especially if it's really where you want to go, and that is yes.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. Let's do Cameron.
I know you mentioned that we have to have like a certain number of community hours, community service every semester. Do you think it's like, I know Spelman is heavy on community service. Do you think it's like easy to find opportunities to volunteer on campus?
Yeah.
Under Give Post 2, you could just scroll and there's so many opportunities to find it on campus. And also, depending on your org, so like Collegiate 100, a lot of the stuff that they do is community service based. If you want to aim for the stars and like the selective orgs, go and apply for Skirts. Skirts is simply community service,
Skirts,
but it is so selective. It is so selective.
So selective. I didn't get it.
Purely community service. I'm trying to think of the other orgs.
I mean, Stooge, we
Spelman Knights United for Justice does a lot of community service.
And then even then, like I got community service hours one time for writing a letter, for writing an affirmation on a postcard.
Yes, Love Letters is a community service org too. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. Samaya?
Sorry. Okay. But I also had a question about kind of community service, and I just wanted to know, since I know that Spelman is very heavy on service and serving their community, what am I trying to say? Like, what community service events have y'all participated in that y'all enjoy at Spelman, or some opportunities that they have around campus or off campus? What would y'all say is your favorite?
You can go.
Okay. So I got 4 hours. It actually wasn't on Spelman. I went back home for during Christmas and MLK Day of Service. I volunteered with my mom back home. But here at Spelman, I think one of the biggest ones that I did was actually with Chris. It was the Spelmanites United for Justice sandwich run. It was during the government's shutdown when a lot of people were facing food insecurity, and we made sandwiches for the homeless, right?
Yeah.
The unhoused, yes.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite one too. It's not through Suge, it's through another organization that's like,
oh, okay.
It's a bigger organization.
It was LOV.
It's Love, yeah.
Love, yeah.
But there are different chapters on like different campuses. So there's like a Spelman chapter, a Morehouse chapter, and then there's like an AUC chapter of Love. But the sandwich runs are my favorite ones.
It was beautiful. The whole AUC gets together and we spend a few hours making sandwiches and making meals.
It just depends on like where you go, because there's like also a chapter at like Georgia State, so we've gone over there. Another organization that I really like is Midnight Riot. So if you're interested in like environmental justice and things like that, they do community cleanup. So like you literally walk down the street and you just like pick up trash with grabbers. And they also have a community garden, which I'm not sure if they like do volunteer specifically with the garden, but like they do volunteer with like the surrounding area. What is it called? Atlanta Food Bank, I think that's what it's called. A lot of people volunteer there, so like you're just packing food with I'm trying to think.
I know the Bonners, they always go to the food bank. They're always working at the food bank.
The food bank, a lot of people enjoy that one. And I'm trying to think. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Wawa is another one if you're interested in environmental justice. West Atlanta Watershed Alliance. That's what that stands for. Yeah.
Somebody asked.
Thank you.
Of course.
Yes. Somebody asked, does Skirts have a certain amount of students they accept, and how's the application process? We don't know. It's very like the e-board knows, but the application process, I think I just submitted it too late. Don't wait till the last minute to submit stuff. So I think that's why I was probably at the bottom of their list. I waited until the last minute to submit my application. Don't be like me. Bonners is a sensitive subject for me. I love
Yeah, okay, that's real.
So real.
On-campus jobs or anyone who does.
I do know somebody who does. Well, no is a stretch. I've seen her face. But like, do you have like a specific question about on-campus jobs? We don't have on-campus jobs. No.
Was just wondering like how it relates to getting, well,
Because I know y'all talked about like some of the coursework, but how would a job affect that? I guess you could say.
It's just about managing your time. I think that's with anything. So like when it comes to like orgs, extracurriculars, work study, jobs, things like that. Like obviously there are people who do it and there are people who do it well, but it's just about managing your time well. Especially like pick jobs where you have flexible schedules and make sure that you're making your schedule to the point where like you have days where you have maybe 3 classes and then you have other days where maybe you have 1 to 2 classes so that on those days you know that you're going to work.
Yes,
So
because it's not like high school. I think the really big thing about college is that you will have one class in a day and feel exhausted after that 1 hour class. You're no longer going to school for 7 hours and still feel energized to go do sports afterwards. No, you'll have one class and feel exhausted. So really do know, because it's just you're trying to cram a lot more information into a smaller time period. And so I think that was definitely a hurdle that it took getting used to in college. And you do have to dedicate time. I know if you have never studied before a day in your life before college, you will in college. Was not a big studier in high school because things just came easily to me. And I feel like a lot of the girls here are the same. But once you get to college, you have to have a study routine. You have to set aside time to study, to go over your coursework. So yes, that's definitely a big thing. But like she said, time management is very important. Christina?
Yeah, so I just had cause I'm an incoming person. I'm an underclassman in high school. So I was just wondering like the supplemental that like so I asked you to write, but like the choice to change the world that how did y'all like go about writing that?
I can put mine in the chat. I can put the link to mine in the chat. But
Yeah,
Okay.
I have to find my.
I wrote mine. I wrote mine on like educational policy, and then I ended up coming here political science education minor, and so mine was based on like a issue that nobody has heard about unless you're from California and unless you like live in my specific like region, then you would have heard about that problem. But I would say like kind of base that off of like your supplemental. So like write about something that like obviously you're very passionate about, but something that like not everybody's gonna write about. Because like everybody's gonna write about like
World hunger. Don't write about
world hunger. I want to cure cancer.
Okay.
Like
It has to be something very specific.
very
Like
specific.
I wrote about specifically how I wanted to use my forensic psychology degree in order to help people within the incarceral system and advocate for them. So and especially and stop the school to prison pipeline specifically and how it marginalizes Black people in the incarceral system. So that's what I chose because that was my passion, and I showed it up. I made it show up in my supplemental and in my writing because that is what I want to do, and that's how I want to change the world.
I just put it in the chat. It's also my personal.
Oh, that is beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Yes, that's actually very beautiful. So like she wrote about something very very specific. It's
That's
very
near
very
and dear to
specific,
my heart.
and nobody's gonna write about that.
Yeah,
So yeah.
both of my brothers are autistic, so that is very dear and dear to my heart. I agree. We do. Yeah, and my mom works in special education, so that's very big on in my family. Yes. Oh my gosh, wait. Oh my gosh, I would love if you feel comfortable enough, I would love to read your supplemental if you would mind sending it to me. I would just love to hear about that. Like,
And then Christina, did you have another question?
awesome, thank you.
Not have question.
Okay, does anybody else have any questions? I know we've already kind of been in the Q&A session, but this is, and then I'm looking back at the questions that were put in the, I think, there was one more thing we need to talk about. Somebody had asked in the spreadsheet, how does the food plan work? Okay. So it works how you have your idea, you scan to get into the ID. Actually, I'll answer Layla's question first. Layla, go, and then I'll get into food.
Sorry, Maddie. My question actually, I don't know if either of you guys had like dual enrollment credits when you were coming into Spelman, but I do know like people have said like if your credits actually transfer that you basically like are not classified as a first year, so like certain things you don't get to do as a I don't know. I'm like a little bit confused on like how it works. So do you guys know how that like lines up?
if you're a first year, you do all the first year things.
Yep.
You live in the first year dorms. You go to Founders Day because that just happened. You I'm trying to think what else you could do as a first year. You can like be inducted into Alpha Lambda Delta. You're a first year. After that, you're not obviously, but your classification is like becomes your actual like
hours that you
yes,
take in.
if that makes sense. So
Okay.
when you come in, you have earlier registration because you're not technically a first year, like you're classified, well, you're a first year, but you're classified as something else. So when it comes to like your sophomore year and registering for classes, because you have more credits, you register earlier than actual first years who come in with no credits.
That's why like when you get here, you'll see here upperclassmen, they'll be like, what's your classification, not what year are you, like are you a freshman, junior, sophomore. We're very big on, oh, I'm a first year, I'm a second year, this is my second year on campus, this is my first year on campus, because your year on campus might not match your credit classification.
And so even if you sorry, like I have a follow-up. Like so if you come in with credits, is it possible to like still have a 4-year like track? Or I know who's begging to spend more money on Spelman, but like is it
No,
you want all 4 years, you want to graduate as a senior. Yeah.
Well, okay. Because I know some people who aren't. Like one of my friends, she's technically a junior, I think. With
She's
like
a
her
first year.
credits, but she's a first year because she just came. And things like that. So she's going to be graduating before the rest of us. Like her class is a little bit different, if that makes sense. So it kind of like throws off like your experience, but not necessarily like your academics, if that makes sense. Because like you're coming in and like you're the same age as everybody else. You're doing all the first year things, but you're going to be walking the stage with other people, if that makes sense, because you're graduating earlier.
And you can always pick up another minor if you're a little ahead and you want to graduate.
I would not recommend it. If you can not pay the tuition,
you know what? That's also
it.
a good point, because that's a lot of money to pay for another year. If you can graduate early, then yeah, that is probably something that you should look into. You said dual credit classes. What state are you coming from?
I live in Massachusetts.
Ooh, okay. I don't know, because I know my dual credit classes from Texas, they didn't transfer over the way that I wanted them to. And so it's okay. I was enrolled in 3 schools at the same time, but I got to Spelman in. Did it result in anything? No, but it's okay. It was a good experience. So it just depends. You're really going to have to talk to your advisor, and it's really a kind of wait until registration to see. Make sure that you talk to your college that you were dual enrolled in early. Get that transcript. Make sure you save 25 different copies of it, and make sure it gets to your advisor at Spelman. That's what I'm dealing with now, is I'm going to somehow have to contact the college that I went to about 2 years ago and make sure that they can they can transfer my English credit over to Spelman, because I don't want to take first year composition.
But also, I think that there's a way, or I could be wrong. Maybe that's just AP, but like you could see what specifically transfers.
Yeah, on the website.
Okay, thank you.
Dual credit is it's up to the college's discretion.
Yeah.
You said freshman year you register early, or sophomore you would register early if you come in with dual credit?
I think it's sophomore year. I know for sure it's sophomore year, but I'm not sure if it's your second semester in your freshman year too.
You might get to register your second semester early. I think some of the girls got to do that, but your freshman year you'll all register during NSO week.
Okay, thank you guys so much.
Of course. Cameron?
I was also gonna ask you about the dual credits but you guys answered my question pretty well, because I'm taking calculus right now and I do not want to take that again because
oh girl, okay, here's my piece of advice. You're gonna be fine, but do not throw away your notes at the end of the year, because Spelman is gonna have you take a placement exam over the summer. They'll send you guys all the information about your math placement exam. Do not lose your notes. Keep studying, because if you ace that placement exam, then you won't have to retake calc.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. Okay, let me talk about the food real quick. Dining dollars. So you're gonna get your ID. I don't have mine on me, but you're gonna have your ID in the year. And the CAF is, we have 2 dining halls at Spelman. We have the CAF. What is it actually called?
The CAF.
Yeah, anyway, that's what we call it. We call it the CAF. And then we have the suites. The CAF is where you're going to be eating a majority of the time during NSO week. That's where you're going to be eating. You get 3 swipes a day, 7 days a week. And so you will never have to worry about not having enough swipes because chances are you're going to skip a lunch, you're going to skip a meal, you're not going to be hungry at some point.
We actually have unlimited swipes.
Oh,
Come
it
to
is?
find out. Yes.
You know what? Never mind. They be lying to us. We have unlimited swipes. You can swipe as much as you want. And trust, you pay for it too. It's all loaded into your tuition. The suites is also great. It's across campus in the underneath the suites dining hall, or the living hall, the residence hall. They have a suites dining hall. And so that's where you can go to eat. It's a little bit different because it's kind of like a buffet in the caf, but the suites is kind of like a restaurant, like you order at the front and then you sit down and they have a preset menu. There's more options in the caf, but some days the suites has better food. It just depends. You have $200 dining dollars each semester. They don't roll over, so you do have to use them before the end of the semester.
They do.
They
They roll over each semester, but not each year. Yeah.
Okay. And so I think you won't have to worry about running out of them. Some people they blow through them in like the first month of the semester. Some people are left with like 130 and it's April. I'm that person. I had 81 like the other week and I need to go ahead and use those up. We have the restaurants we have on campus are Nom. It's a sandwich, smoothie, boba place. It's our convenience store. And they also have pizza. They have like everything under the sun pretty much.
Don't get the pizza.
Oh, it's not good?
No.
Oh, never mind. I haven't had the pizza. Don't have that. We have a Starbucks on campus. I know everybody will love that. Even though we're supposed to be boycotting them.
And if you do order ahead on Starbucks in the app, because that's what I do, I would recommend that because the line is
always long.
You have to do it through a gift card, so like you can't use like your actual like credit card, if that makes sense. Dining dollars or credit card. Like you have to get a gift card.
Yeah. So you have to load money into your account. It's a lot, but it's not that bad. I did it if I had if I have an extra $25 laying around, I'll load some money on there. And it's just a quick way to get my drink before class if I don't feel like waiting in the line. And then we also have Twisted Taco, which is a taco place. It's good, but you might be on the toilet in 2 hours. So do that what you will. I wouldn't eat it right before class. And then we also have a sushi place. I've never heard anything bad about the sushi, so apparently it's good. But Lower Manly, that's where all these restaurants are. It's not to be confused with the dorm Manly. We have Lower and Upper Manly, which is our dining building. And so it is getting renovated over the summer. So it's going to be closed for about the first month when you guys get here, but it'll be open
the whole semester.
Yeah, it probably won't be open the whole semester. They never, they say one thing and there's actually a different thing. What's up, Christina?
So I know that cause one of the schools that's near me, they have local businesses that accept their dining dollars. They have some kind of things with that, or do you have anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No. And if you want something from Morehouse,
you gotta pay.
Go ahead and contact your Morehouse brother, somebody who you know from Morehouse. That's also a benefit.
We do it all the time. Like you'll swipe for your Morehouse brother will swipe for you over on their campus. It just
because they have Slim and Huskies. They have something called
Slim Huskies. It's actually pretty good. Their pizza is actually it's greasy, but it's good. Get a few napkins and pat it down, and I like it.
And they have Deluxe Grill, which is I don't even know. It's like burgers and fries and things like that. Yeah, people don't like it.
They have milkshakes though. The guys really like their milkshakes.
Yes, and they have a coffee place which has matcha and
I wasn't a fan of it.
It's very well. It depends on who's working.
Yeah,
like that. Yeah,
it gives very small business vibes. Yeah. So anybody else got questions? Other than that, I think that's about it. We've been on here for a hot minute, but I'm so glad. It was so glad. And words, I'm gonna find them. I was just so happy to get to see all of you guys and talk to you guys and answer your questions. Can you use your dining dollars at other? Oh, that was the same question. No, you can't. I don't even know what they have over at Clark. I haven't really been over there to.
They have the smoothie place.
We have
just the same as Nom. Well, it's actually worse than Nom.
Oh.
And then they have the wing place. Oh, they have the Hill, which is
it's a restaurant.
Yeah, it's like restaurant. It's like
bar,
wings.
kind of.
Yeah, it's like wings, pasta, burgers. It's actually pretty good. I would recommend the Hill. Yeah, I would recommend the Hill. And they have their I don't even know it's like a convenience store. So think of I don't know what y'all have. 7-Eleven, if everybody has 7-Eleven, but like where they have like the food is basically like that,
Oh.
but they have more options. I don't know, but yeah, they do have that as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have Popeyes up the street, Churches up the street.
There's a Krispy Kreme up the street.
Yes, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So.
And then we DoorDash a lot. Like,
yes.
That's why I never have any cash in my pocket, because DoorDash sometimes will be your best friend. So at those grad parties, make sure you're asking for those gift cards. They'll save me
if you
so
guys
much.
want gift cards to like ask for Visa gift cards, Starbucks gift cards, and DoorDash gift cards, and Uber.
Yes, we do have kitchens in the dorm.
On the basement of in HH and Manly, it's in the basement, and I'm pretty sure Abby. No, yeah, I'm pretty sure Abby is in the basement too, but I haven't seen their kitchen.
Yeah, can't speak for theirs, but ours is pretty good. Girls cook in there all the time. You know, you got people who sell plates, who sell desserts. Everybody here has a small business, so you will never have to worry about getting your nails, lashes, and hair done. If you need a retwist, there's a girl on campus who does a retwist. I mean, I do mine. Well, I don't do nails. I do my nails. And then I do know a girl who does lashes too.
But Morehouse James has the best kitchen. That's what the streets say. That's what the Spelman streets say.
Yeah, so. But Morehouse James is for upperclassmen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
Anything you guys are excited about?
Spellbound.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we
I'll see you there.
Yes.
Yes.
And if anybody wants to request me as their Spelman big sister, I will be there. So my first name.
How do we like choose a spell sister? Because they didn't give us the option to.
When you check in at the table, I think they're gonna ask you, or you might have to tell them, and then you just give the first and last name of the person.
Preference, I am not a big sister due to reasons, so don't request. Y'all can't request me. Yes. I'm not a sister,
but I am, and I'll see you there. And if not, I'll definitely see you there. Yeah, I'm gonna take pictures.
I might see y'all. I'll drop in with Chris probably. I'll be like, Chris, where are you and your
little sister? They said you're not allowed to.
We're not allowed to do that. Never mind. I will be in my dorm.
Yeah, but we can bring them into the dorms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.